I want to start with a child, not a statistic, a child. She is 12 years old. She studies in a private school in Thrissur, Kerala. Her father works in Dubai. Her school fees, the ones that gave her access to a science lab, a library, and a future her parents did not have, are paid every quarter from money her father wires home. This week, her father called. He said things are uncertain. Projects are being put on hold. He will know more in a few months. She does not fully understand what that means, but her mother does. That child is not a metaphor. There are hundreds of thousands of her across Kerala, UP, Bihar, Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan. Children whose education is quietly underwritten by someone standing on a construction site in a Gulf country that is watching the same war we are watching. I am Ravi Santlani. This is the Education Verdict. Tonight, a special report.
Diesel in India today is around 90 rupees a litre. It has not spiked, not yet. But with Brent crude already crossing $110 a barrel and credible forecasts warning it could push toward 120. The cost of running a school bus changes significantly. And when that happens, a school principal faces exactly three choices: raise the transport fee, absorb the loss, or quietly discontinue the route. In well-resourced urban schools, the fee goes up and parents absorb it. In Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, where margins are thin and parents are already stretched, routes get discontinued, and the children at the end of those routes face a choice their parents did not anticipate: find another way or stop coming. Nobody writes a headline about those three children, but they are the headline. India's midday meal program feeds 11.8 crore children every single school day. For many of them, that meal is the reason the family sends them to school at all. It runs on cooking fuel, on supply chains, on food transport, all of which respond to oil prices. When costs rise, it does not collapse dramatically. It erodes quietly, portions reduce, quality falls, and the children who feel it first are the ones who can least afford to feel it. Private schools, facing rising operational costs, will pass them on. Some families will absorb the increase, some will not. And the child who quietly moves from a private school to a government school or out of school entirely will not appear in any dropout statistic for months, sometimes years. This is how educational inequality deepens in India, not with a thunderclap, but with 1,000 quiet withdrawals. The fuel price story is the most visible part of what I want to show you tonight. It is not the most consequential. There is a financial architecture holding millions of Indian children's educations in place that this country's education policy conversation almost never addresses. And right now, that architecture is shaking. Nearly 9 million Indians are currently working in Gulf countries: the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain. They left their families. They left their children. They went thousands of kilometers away to build the infrastructure of another country so they could fund the education of their own. Every month, they send money home. And in Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Tamil Nadu and Rajasthan, a significant portion of that money goes directly to school fees. The Gulf is not geography for these families. It is infrastructure. It is the invisible architecture that holds a child's education in place. Gulf nations account for nearly 38% of India's total remittances, over $50 billion last year alone. And right now, that flow is under pressure. The US-Iran-Israel conflict has introduced real uncertainty into Gulf economies. Project approvals are being delayed, hiring pipelines are paused. When uncertainty deepens, the sequence is always the same. Overtime disappears first, then contracts are not renewed, then workers come home. Remittances do not stop. They taper, a little less this month, a little less the next. Families cut food variety first, then clothing, then small luxuries. But eventually, the conversation arrives at school fees. And the question is no longer, can we afford this school? It becomes, which school can we still afford? Are we about to see a wave of children moving from private schools into government schools? Not because government schools have become better, but because private school has become unaffordable? And if that wave comes, and I believe it is already beginning, is the government school system ready to receive them? The honest answer is no. This is a policy emergency in waiting. And now, the thing that keeps me up at night. That 12-year-old in Thrissur, the one whose father called with uncertain news, she is also watching this war. Not on a news program. She is watching it on Instagram, on YouTube Shorts, on WhatsApp forwards that passed through 4 hands before they reached her. She is seeing images, fragments, opinions dressed as facts, outrage, performing as analysis. And she has no framework for any of it. Not because she is not intelligent, she is, but because her school was not built to give her one. Our curriculum does not teach media literacy in any meaningful sense. Current affairs is something you mug up for a general knowledge exam. Geopolitics is a chapter in a textbook, not a live conversation. We have built the most connected generation in Indian history, and we have left them almost completely alone with what that connectivity delivers. For children from Gulf families, this war is not abstract. Their father is in a region in conflict. Their family's financial security is tied to a geography that is unstable. They carry that to school every morning. Does their school know how to hold that? In most cases, honestly, no. School counseling in India remains under-resourced and almost entirely focused on academic performance. A protocol for students experiencing distress rooted in geopolitical events would provoke confusion in most staff rooms. This is a systemic failure to take the inner lives of children seriously as an educational concern.
India has contingency framework for natural disasters, for public health emergencies. Indian education has no equivalent for economic or geopolitical shocks. No mechanism that tracks how global indicators affect school enrollment. No protocol for when remittance flows contract. No standard for school counseling response during external crisis. I believe we need one. A national education contingency policy. Not a committee, not another report, a live framework with teeth that monitors global risk, that has pre-agreed responses for fee support, for nutrition continuity, for student mental health. That treats educational continuity as a matter of national security, because in the long run, it is. The conflict in the Middle East is 4,000 kilometers from New Delhi. In the education system of this country, that distance does not exist. It ends at a bus stop where 3 children are waiting for a bus that may not come. It ends at a kitchen table where a family is doing quiet arithmetic, deciding which school they can still afford. It ends in a classroom where a child is watching a war she cannot understand, in a school that was not built to help her understand it. These children did not choose the world they inherited. The least we owe them is to notice what is happening to them. That is what schools are for. This is the Education Verdict. I am Ravi Santlani for ScooNews. Good night.